Hi, this is Darren from Property Prosperity. Today I thought I'd take you out on site and give you a bit of an example of what a damp-proof membrane is. So here you can see a little bit closer up what the damp-proof membrane looks like, and basically it's a really thick plastic. But what it does is actually stops the water coming through to the footings of the house, and obviously stops moisture coming up into your house. Obviously if you've got carpets or anything like that, you don't really want moisture coming up through into there. So there's a few requirements in the building code that you have to make sure if you're putting a damp-proof membrane in that it's covering certain requirements. It has to be about 0.2 millimeter, well actually not exactly 0.2 millimeters thick, and actually they're going to mention that on the damp-proof membrane itself. So you can actually see it has to be branded by the company, and it has to mention the standard which it is covered by, AS 2870, and it's meant to mention that it's high impact material, and it has to also mention the thickness and who it's distributed by. So you can see there it says 0.2 millimeter thickness, so we know that one is okay. So you can see here an example of where they also call it a vapor barrier, but also but we refer to it as a damp proof membrane, or DPM. You can see how it sits here in this example here. You can see it goes underneath the foundations, or on top of the dirt, and then the slab then is poured on top of that, and the concrete footings are poured on top of that. So you can see that's going to protect it all the way along. And as it shows there, it's got to go right to the ground. It's actually got to come outside of there to make sure there's going to be no dirt, no possibility of moisture getting into the footings. And a final requirement of the damp-proof membrane is that any penetrations, which are where all your pipes are coming through from services, actually you have to make sure it's all taped up and sealed. So there's going to be no water or no moisture coming through into those penetrations. So you can see in this one here that it's all taped up, so that means that they've done it as per as required. The other thing, any joins between the sheets of plastic, they have to have about a 200 millimeter overlap, and then it obviously has to be all taped. So here's an example here. You can see there's definitely more than 200 millimeter overlap there. And they've taped it all up to make sure there's going to be no moisture coming in through there as well. So thanks for watching, and I hope you've learned a little bit more about damp-proof membrane, and I look forward to joining you again next time.